Hey nerds, welcome back to Read by a Redhead. If you're new here, I'm Martha, the Redhead, and happy Valentine's Day! So today's video is going to be very different from anything else I've ever posted on my channel, and that's partly because I hate Valentine's Day. I hate it. And it's not just because I am hopelessly single, which I am. I have a lot of negative history with Valentine's Day to do with past relationships, and I just don't like it. I also think it's a celebration that has been completely monopolised by capitalism, and it purely exists to make people buy things, which I don't like and I really disagree with. And over the years, especially working in a bookshop where our displays and stuff are themed by events, I have always used Valentine's Day to highlight all kinds of love. But this year, when I sat down to plan what I wanted to do, I had this idea and decided, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do. So, as you'll see from the title, I'm a bit tipsy. I've already had one full glass of gin, and I'm on my second. And I'm a lightweight, like majorly. So I've decided to do a tipsy reading vlog of me reading both of the Kissing the Coronavirus novels. Yeah, that's the title of this book. And honestly, when I saw this book going around Twitter, I think it was like September, October time, I laughed a lot and thought, that's ridiculous, that can't be real. And then I looked it up, and it's a genuine erotica novel. So I thought it would be good fun to vlog my experience drunk reading Kissing the Coronavirus.
Hey, it's editing me. I realised that in my tipsy, sleepy state last night, I missed out a few things. So firstly, this video is 18 plus. Please tune off now, turn away, go put something else on if you don't want swearing or very sexual content. Also, family members, please leave. Please don't watch this. For my sanity, for your sanity, for the sake of our relationships, just don't. It's not worth it. Secondly, the idea for this video was actually inspired by my friend Gavin over at How to Train Your Gavin. He did a vlog back in, I think it was June 2020, it was definitely summer last year, where he tipsy read his first steamy romance, and it was hilarious, it was brilliant, it definitely inspired me to do this. So yeah, check his video out. I will pop it in the description below, as well as a link to his channel. And the third one is just something I've spotted in rewatching these clips. I did have clothes on underneath my giant hoodie last night. I had on a pair of shorts that are my pajamas. It does look in certain clips when I'm curled up like I don't have clothes on under this, but I do, I promise. It's just, this is really warm, and I get really hot while drinking as well. So yeah, I'm not naked, I promise. Anyway, I am a little bit hungover and really want to get this video edited, so I'm going to go back to that and leave you guys to enjoy.
So I have on my giant, cozy, fluffy hoodie thing. This was a Valentine's Day present to myself, because treat yourself, kids. It's important. I have, as I say, my second glass of gin. I've got juice, because stay hydrated. And I've got snacks. I also have a cat who's being a little shit today. So I'm going to cuddle up in this chair and start this, what I'm sure will be excellent piece of literature, and update you guys as I read. Because I will probably forget by the time I've finished both of these books and have drank more gin. Please, if you like this video, hit a like. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. And I don't really know what to comment this time. There isn't a set thing. Just let me know what you think. Just to say, even the tagline for this book is, "She was supposed to cure the coronavirus. Instead, she fell in love with it." I can think this is going to be a great night. Okay, it's page 1 and I'm already disgusted. Literally, the beginning of the book. So, the main woman is called Dr. Alexa Ashington. Tunford. It's a very long surname and it's AA and it's weird. And there's a bit about that, and it kind of roughly says that the virus is a bad thing, and then it says, and I wish I was kidding, Alexa felt a rush of excitement every time she picked up the corona sample, like a pulsating erect penis, desperate to unleash its devastation on anyone who touched it. Ugh. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? I don't know, but let's just keep going. We'll keep going. Okay, the only realistic thing, and yes, I'm on page 2, is that because the virus has been unleashed and the world is like locked down, she's super horny, which like, mood, but ew. It literally says here that like it's doing a bit about how like actual coronavirus took hold of the people of Wuhan and spread across the world, like actual facts. But it says that like it spread across the globe to Asia and Europe, some other places, but most importantly, America. Oh yeah, because it's only important when the deadly virus reaches the Americans. Fuck off. Okay, so the first thing I've noticed is this book's super short. Like, much shorter than I thought. I knew it was fairly short, but it's really, really short. Second thing is just pure exasperation. Like, so basically, Dr. Alexa is horny, gets horny over the test tube, almost puts the test tube inside herself, which, like, that's unsanitary, don't do it. Only put things inside yourself that are designed to go inside, nothing else. So yeah, she's gonna do that, and then this other doctor that she works with and kind of have the hots for, but kind of hates, interrupts, so she doesn't put it inside herself, which thank God, UTIs. And then other doctor like interrupts, and she has these moments of like, is she horny for him? Is she not? No, she's just horny. And she prefers the test tube with coronavirus into the actual human. And she also has this thought that the only reason she wants to cure coronavirus is so she can get dick again. And like, honey, I get the horniness, I get the desperation, but like, I want coronavirus cured so people don't die, not so I can get into bed with somebody. But yeah, so that happens, and then she decides to mess with the vaccine that they've got and like put a chunk of COVID in it. And then not hot doctor comes back, and he decides that they're going to skip like the proper trial procedure, and instead he just injects himself, and then weird shit happens and he comes out green and spiky and he turns into the coronavirus. And yeah, that's a thing. But aside from that, some notes. So there's a moment where I read possibly the worst simile I've read in my life. So this is just when she's about to put the test tube where it shouldn't go, and it says, Alexa pulled down her lab pants and pulled her panties to the side. Her pussy so wet that the lace glided across her skin like a fat man on a water slide. What the fuck? Like, I have heard some analogies and some fucked up ways of describing being wet and horny, but never like a fat man on a water slide. Oh, I don't even think I needed to be drunk for this, but oh well, here we are. Another excellent analogy. So she's talking about how like Dr. Bloke isn't hot enough for her, but also she's horny and wants a shag. And it says like, but after being stuck in a lab with him for so long, so deprived of the feeling of a hot man dog inside her lubricated pussy bun. Oh, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm sorry, but she's missing the feeling of a hot man dog inside her lubricated pussy bun. Like, how did somebody actually A, write this, and B, like, I'm assuming it's self-published because it was just available on Kindle, but yeah, this is a real thing that somebody put their name to. Why would you want your name on this? Oh, also, like, not that relevant, but it said huge boobies, and I know I have boobies, and I'm bi, I like boobies, but I wouldn't use the word boobies. It's not hot. It's not sexy. It makes me feel like, you know, when you're 10 and they're like, oh, that girl's grown some boobies. Or it's like, you know, like little 12-year-old girls and little 12-year-old boys being like, can I see your boobies? Like, oh, I really hope people haven't, like, genuinely got off to this book, because if they had, like, they need serious therapy and possibly locking up. Yeah, right. I, in that short amount of time, managed to finish my drink. So I'm gonna get more gin because I feel like I need more gin for this. I just know she's about to shag Mr. Coronavirus, and I'm not feeling it. Like, there's no vibes there, none at all. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit with a new update and more alcohol. Sorry, I just have to tell you the way this is, like, written at this point. I will, like, do a proper update shortly, but yeah, sexy times are starting, and it just has here, basically it's describing her boobs because, you know, no, sorry, her boobies. It's describing her boobies. And it says, they bounced around like water balloons glistening in the summer sun. She had nice nipples. Just like the juxtaposition of these ridiculous similes and descriptions that are almost impressively bad, and then just the sentence, she had nice nipples. Alright, pet. Okay. Oh, right. I need to turn around for this. So they've had the sex. Right, they've had the sex. And the sex lasted about, like, 3 Kindle pages, which, to be honest, it's just not very much. Like, it's not very much sexy times at all. And we got some more excellent description. Like, hats off to this author. Her simile skills are second to something. So they've started, like, making out, and this is just before he gets her boobs with the nice nipples out, and it says, his tongue so soft and hot, like a chunk of microwaved fish sloshing around inside her mouth. Who the fuck thinks that's sexy? Like, I know this is blatantly some sort of, like, parody erotica because it's the coronavirus, but, like, it seems like at other times it's trying really hard to be, like, decent erotica and to be sexy, but it's failing. And then you get phrases like that where I'm just like, why? Although I think my whole feeling for this book is, why? We also have his dick is called his wobbling member. And, like, wobbling is a noise. Is his dick making a noise at this point? Like, I really don't know. Also, at the same time, her vulva vagina area is a pocket of ecstasy. No, it's not. At the end of the sex, which did literally go from kissing on page 11 to coming on page 13. So it was 2 pages of a Kindle book. And it says that he was like grunting and shit, and then he filled her with love lotion, which oozed out instantly. Ugh. Oh. Honestly, I think if I'd eaten more today, I would have thrown up at that point. But like, oh, this is entertaining, that's for sure. I'm not sure if it's the type of entertaining the author wants, or whether this is exactly what she wants, but I think it's a she. I'll check when I move on to the second one, because I am almost done. Because that was page 13, and I've gone a few more pages. I'm on page 14, and I'm at 95%. Also, so they finish shagging, and his love lotion has spread across the floor, which is just grim. She doesn't go to the loo or wash herself up, which again, UTIs. This woman's sexual health skills are horrendous, considering she's a doctor. But then it says like she'd never felt it before. Lust, absolutely, but love. Was this it? Was it? Was it? Like, he's in the body of the doctor that she said wasn't hot, but then like he got hot when he transformed into coronavirus, but he also turned green and spiky. B, he's the fucking coronavirus. And C, I don't get it. And also like D, well, I'm not even addressing that, so I'm just going to skip straight on to E. They had sex a page ago and they met 4 pages ago. And she's in love. Like, pet, no you're not. This is bullshit. And like, it says like, for the rest of the evening, Alexa and COVID remained in their embracing embrace. Embracing embrace. Imagine if we did things like that all the time. I'd hit the word counts in my essays a lot quicker, that's for sure. It also had here, she listened to her heart and vagina and allowed herself to succumb to COVID's charm. She had ignored what her head said, the dread, and instead, she had embraced love. Oh, fucking hell, woman. I think you're just really fucking horny. Oh shit, no, the next page is the end of the book. Oh. Well, I'll read the end live for you all. So that was that line, and then it says, so yeah, she embraced love. Yep, definitely love. Yeah. She lay still and listened to COVID's heart. And she closed her eyes. And she rested. And rested. And... oh my god, is she dead? No, there's a book 2. Unless the book 2 is like COVID infecting some other dude. But, what? Oh, there's an about the author. Yep, it is a woman. I'm kind of disappointed that a woman wrote this. Like, I would be less surprised if it was like a straight white bloke who wrote this, who's old and a bit horny. But no, she hopes you enjoy this book. She has a husband. Her husband had to read this. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, well, that's book 1 finished. It's giving me the option to rate it. What do you guys think? Yeah, I don't even think it's worth a rating. I'm gonna be brutally honest. But I'm on my 3rd gin and I'm feeling a bit tipsy. So I'm gonna take a quick break. So yeah, I have got, wait a minute. Oh no, I've just looked at the cover for book 2. Oh, this can't be good. No, this can't be good. The cover for book 2 seems to be a threesome. And I'm not sure if both guys are coronavirus or just one, because there's only one guy that looks all spiky and shit. But, oh, fuck. What's the tagline for this one? Go on, before my break. Let's have a look. So this is number 2, the second wave. And it says, can the cure be sexier than the disease? Oh, nah. Nah, right. I'm going to predict now that I think this is a new doctor and the first doctor's dead. It's just vibes from the and she rested, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to predict, I don't know why I'm waving this at you. Hello. Yeah. I'm going to predict that one guy gets too much coronavirus and becomes Mr. COVID-y, or it's the same COVID from the first book. I wouldn't be surprised about that. And then the other guy is going to have too much vaccine, and he's going to be like vaccine. So it's going to be doctor, COVID, and vaccine, and it's going to be the most gross threesome I've ever read in my life. This is my prediction. So stay tuned to see if I'm right. Right, I have had a break. I have taken makeup off, put my glasses on, so if there is like any sort of ring light reflection, I'm sorry, but I'm blind and it's like 10:30 at night and I needed those contact lenses out of my eyes. So, it's time for book 2. Aren't we excited, children? Although, like, I really hope none of you guys are actually children, and like there will be 18+ warnings on this video because yikes. Right, here we go. Oh no. Okay. This author has an obsession with hot dogs. This is the first sentence. Sentence number 1. And it says, Dr. Kelly Cauldron, so another doctor, another alliterative name, although like K and C, but it's weird. But side note, back to the thing. It says, Dr. Kelly Cauldron sniffed the hot dog into her vagina, filling herself up with the fat sausage which she'd kept warm all morning in her thermos flask. Does this author know about UTIs? Does this author know that things that aren't meant to go up there should not go up there? Ever. Like, oh, it gets worse. It says she'd intended on eating the delicious meat tube for her lunch. Ugh, right. I'm sorry. I will read, not just read it out to you. Ah, right. I'm assuming woman is dead from first book, because it says, after a team of brave doctors gave their own lives developing the vaccine, it was done. So I'm going to guess that What's-Her-Job died as well. But that also implies that Mr. COVID died, because Mr. COVID was in the body of the other doctor. So if the whole team of doctors is dead, then he's dead. And I can't imagine that Mr. COVID's just wandering around all green and spiky. So I'm going to assume they both died post-sex. I feel like I'm reading into these books way more than I should be, but I can't help myself. I want to understand, but I'm not sure it's meant to be understood, to be honest. Yeah, confirmed a couple of pages later. So it kind of tells the story that Dr. whatever his face was, and Dr. Horny Tits, were like the last two of the team. And then it says, but it came at a price. The virus consumed him, destroyed him. He was never seen again. And neither was Dr. Horny Tits. So yeah, so confirmed they did die at the end of the first one, which like he didn't deserve, it wasn't his fault, but she definitely did. Okay. So you know how the book opened with a shoving a hot dog where the hot dogs don't belong? It got worse. A, she referred to her vulva and her labia as minge flaps. Who uses that phrase? I have a particular hatred of it because I'm ginger, and ginge rhymes with minge, and it caused me a lot of trauma in secondary school. But it's used in this. And then it gets even more grim. So, turns out what do I call this one? The other one was Horny Tits. I'm just going to call her Dr. Hot Dog for now, because that's all I can come up with. I'm not very funny. So Dr. Hot Dog really likes dogging. Which, if you don't know, you shouldn't be watching this video, because as I said, it's 18 plus. Please go away. So Dr. Hot Dog really likes dogging. And there's like a good whole page description of her dogging experiences of men putting dicks through her car window. But then it says, and this is possibly the worst thing I have read so far, as they pumped her gob full of pre-children. Oh, that's just grim. Who the fuck describes semen as pre-children? It's like calling an egg a chicken, period. Like, no, you don't do that. That's gross. And like, what the fuck? And then also she gets like sick of the one hot dog and it's not enough. So she puts her other hot dog up there. Let's see if it... I'm not even going to say if it improves, because I know it isn't going to. But I really hope it doesn't get that much worse. Although she's had 2 hot dogs and the front implied a threesome, and I really just hope it's not going to be like a double dick up the vagina threesome, because I don't even think, even if I finish this, I'll be drunk enough to read that. Ugh. Oh, yet again, there's a big fascination with tits. Which again, I find weird because a woman wrote this. Like, I like boobs. I do. Quite proud of my own. I grew them myself. I like boobs on other women. I don't have this level fascination of tits. Someone save me from this, please. Right, I'm gonna drink some more and read some more. Oh, nah. So she had the 2 hot dogs up there, and one flew out. The other one stuck inside of her. Oh, hell no. And she says it feels nice. No, it doesn't. No, that's bad. No, that is cause for serious infection, woman. Gonna be brutally honest with you. It's now 2 hours later. It's 12:30. And I haven't reread much more because I ended up on the phone to my sister for 2 hours, which was lovely and was exactly what I needed, but I'm tired now and I'm kind of dreading having to read this book, but for you guys I'll do it. I will. And I've got some gin left. Right, I've remembered where I'm up to. So she then went back out to do vaccines, because I don't think I said, but that's what this doctor lady's doing. So she's giving out vaccine, and there's this very hot guy that she's like lusting after, and she's pointed out that she can see like his bulge in his trousers, because that's obviously what all women look at instantly. And then so she gives him his jab, and then he's like, oh, I'm not feeling good. And she's like, oh, but you thought you weren't having symptoms. And he was like, well, I mean, I can't. It's not possible. And she's like, oh, why? And then literally while she's asking him why, and like he's obviously ill and something's going on, it says she realised she hadn't taken her eyes away from his eyes in a while. So she looked at his big dick bulging in his pants instead. Aye, because that's what you do when you've just given someone a vaccine and they're reacting badly to it. You go, I've been looking at them in their face too much. Let me stare at their dick. So yeah, so she's done that. And then it turns out that blokey bloke had already had a vaccine the week before, and now he's gone for another one. So my prediction is he is now going to be vaccine. So far my predictions for this book are coming true. So I'm going to go back to reading and I will update you when they probably inevitably shag. Oh, his name isn't vaccine, it's cure. Why? Also, so as I said, inevitably transforms into cure, he turns into a man almost 175% of his size. Almost. Like, you could say almost double his size, which would be about correct for 175%. And then, unsurprisingly, because Dr. Hot Dog's obsessed with dick, she looks down at his cock and it says, well, technically it was a cock, but it looked more like a birthday party clown's balloon prior to it being turned into a balloon animal. How is that sexy? How is that what any woman wants? Like, no. Just no. But yeah, so yeah, his name's Cure. So I'm gonna see what happens with Cure and how soon they shag. Her vagina has done a somersault. I'd like to know how, like, anatomically that works. I think it would kind of fuck shit up there because there's tubes and stuff in the way, but you know, this magical fantasy world we live in. Oh no, I forgot that Dr. Hot Dog had a hot dog up her vagina, which is also referred to as a fanny in this. And again, it's like boobies. It ain't hot. But yeah, shit starts to happen. She's sucking him off because that's what she likes to do, which, fair enough. Some people like to suck dick. Not in this context. So yeah, she's doing that. And then they flip into like 69 position from what I can tell. And then he starts, the way it's described is feasting on her vagina. And it then says, in possibly one of the worst sentences I've read so far, which is saying something, drool, mixed with the excitable juices from her fanny, oozed out onto the floor. Is that a hot dog? Asked Cure. And then, like, she says soz while she's still got dick in her mouth. And he says, no, I like it. And then he laps the still warm hot dog right out of her vagina. Ugh. Like, it's grim. I just don't get it. I don't get, is this meant to be sexy? Or is this meant to be so ridiculous I want to vomit back up my gin? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Uh-oh. I finished my gin, but COVID's just turned up. I can do it. I can read the rest, which is inevitably going to be a horrible threesome that I don't want to read without more alcohol. We'll let the gin sink in. So yeah, the COVID has shown up. Apparently there's been fan art slash fic about him. I don't think there has. I think that's just this woman who wrote this. And then they're like arguing over who she belongs to, which, like, she doesn't belong to any. And they're like having some sort of weird primal grunting and stamping and bullshit. So I think I'll just read to the end and let you know how it goes. Oh, so they don't fight, they start making out. Huh, I didn't expect that. Okay, there's a slight plot twist here. This is probably the closest thing to, like, a plot device I've seen so far. What is it with this writer and warbling? So before we had COVID's dick warbling, and now Dr. Hot Dog's tits warbled. Does she know what it means? Do I know what it means?
I'm pretty sure warbling is a noise. Because, like, you've got the warblers in Glee. Isn't it a noise? Right, now I am actually going to finish it, and I will just come back to the horrifying quotes at the end. Well, that didn't take long at all. So, it's done. It ends. One of the things is dead. So the book ends after jaunty threesome, which I will get into. And it's like they're lying there, and it says breathing in, out, in, out, in. There was no out. But from who? Dr. Kelly stood. Did it matter? I'm gonna guess that means that COVID's dead because he shagged Cure. And that means that, like, coronavirus is now gone. But I don't know. But anyway, that's the ending. Am I shocked? No. Am I even bothered at this point? No. When I last updated you, I was on page 14. The book ends on page 16. So there isn't exactly much that you've missed. Apart from the fact that when they start having threesome, so you've got COVID and Cure start kissing, and then one of them, COVID, grabs Dr. Hot Dog and shoves his face between her tits because they're all tits obsessed. But then while he's got his face between her tits, Cure starts fingering her. Except the way it is described is it goes into her clunge. Oh, just, oh, why? And again, why when written by a woman? I don't understand. So yeah, then they start having sex, and basically COVID shoves his dick up her vagina, Cure's got his dick in her mouth, although the way it is described is plopped his cock into her gob. And then the end bit is just another grim sentence, which is COVID bust thick, creamy man syrup inside Dr. Kelly's private palace. I don't even have anything to say at this point. Like, oh, there's an about the author and it's longer than last time. What? So the author has fallen lovingly into the role of titillation expert thanks to the response of her debut book, Kissing the Coronavirus. No. Titillation means getting people off and getting people horny. Who the fuck got horny by kissing the coronavirus? It ain't sexy. It's creepy and disturbing, and I feel like I need a shower now after reading these. And also, she's apparently now a part-time writer. She has made enough money off this. I have just fed this woman's creepy writing. Oh, okay, now I feel a little bit bad. So you know how, like, I read the first one and I said that she's got a husband and poor husband having to read it? Well, her husband and her are no more, and that's shit, because it does say due to her husband's infidelity, she's currently single, and, like, cheating is bad, infidelity is bad. I am sorry for this woman that she's been cheated on, but also I was shocked that she was with her husband. But now it says that she's living with her grown son, Richard. I would not want to be named if I was her son, because it does have her surname. And it says, who is only partly supportive of her latest career choice. Partly? Like, if I found out one of my parents wrote porn, if they did it and they were happy and they were successful, as long as it was, like, decent, good on them, I just wouldn't want to read it. But, like, this ain't decent. This is creepy shit. Oh, well, that was a thing. Right, so I did it. I read Kissing the Coronavirus and Kissing the Coronavirus 2. Now you guys don't have to. Please don't. Please don't waste your time. Like, I will say, didn't take up very much time. I think like the actual amount of time I've spent reading tonight is maybe like an hour for both books, possibly an hour and a half, but I was drinking a lot and kept interrupting to display disgust. I went into these books thinking they'd be ridiculous, but also thinking like, lockdown has been a very long time. We're nearing a year since I last had sex. Maybe reading some horny books will make me feel good. Oh, no. I need a shower and I need to like bathe my eyes out and like cleanse my Kindle. Like, what? What have I just read? Like, I'm kind of glad I did it drunk. But I also now feel drunk and still disgusted. Like, I want to laugh because it's fucking ridiculous. Like, the whole concept is ridiculous. Like, oh. And I'm still baffled it was written by a woman. And I'm sorry to any blokes out there, but this totally feels like a bloke wrote it. And, yeah. So, yeah, that is all from me. Because I think I'm actually going to go have a shower before I go to bed. And, like, put some happy music on. Try and forget that I read this. But, happy Valentine's Day! You see the level of disgust I've had from reading this book? That's my disgust at Valentine's Day. But if you celebrate it, I hope you're having a lovely day. Whether it's on your own, with family, with a partner, I hope you're having a lovely time. I really do. And please don't take this bitter spinster's opinion on Valentine's Day to heart. It's just who I am, and it ain't gonna change. So, I'm gonna drink some water, take some paracetamol, and go to bed. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm dreading having to edit this. I'm dreading it a lot. But yeah, that is all from me. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you want, let me know how you're celebrating Valentine's Day. Because I tell you what, I'll not be fucking reading that again. And definitely not on Valentine's Day. I will very probably be spending Valentine's Day as I spend most Sundays at the moment. Curled up on the sofa, editing a video with my cat. And I'll be happy about it. So yeah, that is everything from me. And I will see you very, very soon for some more bookish content, which will be back to normal sober Martha, not reading shitty pandemic erotica.